Hello there. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, we're back. We're back
Yes.
with our Lent devotionals. We missed yesterday, but we're still here.
We are still here. Life gets in the way sometimes.
So we are still doing the Celtic Lent, a 40-day journey through Lent using Celtic Christianity. If you want to get the book, it's by
Books by David Cole.
and we're enjoying it quite a bit.
Yes.
There's a lot of mythology in there that relates to characters that we don't know and stuff. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and they talk about the lives of the Celtic saints a lot. Sorry, our cat just walked through. The one that it talks about today is a man named Illtyd. Illtyd. It's Welsh.
So it's probably like Illtyd.
Or
But
Joe.
we're just going to go with Illtyd.
Yeah.
All right.
But Illtyd started off as a soldier who met a hermit named Cadoc, and he was very impressed with Cadoc's self-control. Like when he got harassed or bullied, he didn't retaliate. Right? He was patient. He was kind, and Illtyd was very impressed by this. And so Illtyd, who was probably a career military, probably from a good noble family or whatever, he gave all that up to go study with Cadoc. Became a hermit himself. He founded his own monastery, and this says a couple of things to me personally. You can talk about the value of
Sorry, go ahead.
spiritual warfare. Putting on the armor of God.
The helmet of righteousness might
helmet-
be useful right now
Well,
because the wind is blowing our branches down on us. Go ahead.
yeah. But it also says to me something about the value of self-mastery. Self-control is supposed to be one of the fruits of the Spirit, and that's something I know I could use more of. And here's the thing: a lot of people think of self-control as self-denial, and I think that's a big part of the reason why a lot of people
Don't particularly want to do it.
But it's more than that. Self-control, that means that you control your emotions, your thoughts, your attitudes, instead of being controlled by them.
I think more you control your actions. I think we get into tricky territory when we start saying that we control our emotions or that we control what thoughts occur to us. I think intentionally controlling your actions is something that we have a lot more power over than we recognize, than we realize.
Yeah. It's actually, I don't know, I could say something about how similar Eastern and Western philosophies are, particularly in light of the fact that the Celtic Christians did take a lot from those desert fathers and mothers, the spirituality of the Eastern Church. Suffice it to say that that it is something in common that West and East have in common is this idea of self-mastery being a greater sign of strength than having mastery over others.
Yeah. And actually, you can't really have mastery over others if you have no mastery over yourself. You cannot control others anyway, but you definitely can't exert any influence over other people when you have no influence over yourself. So actually, self-control as a fruit of the Holy Spirit actually arms us against those vulnerabilities, against those attacks, those spiritual attacks that cost us so much.
Yeah. The thing about spiritual warfare too, is the practice of it. You know, a soldier goes through basic training to learn how to be a soldier. And I think a lot of Christians just kind of go into it without knowing what they're doing as a spiritual person, as a spiritual warrior. It's not about just knowing what your spiritual gifts are, what the spiritual tools are. It's knowing how to use them and kind of how not to use them.
And that takes training.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're still praying for y'all, for your Lenten devotionals and your Lenten practices. We're still praying for you to be able to put on that armor of Christ and allow yourself to be transformed by this season. So we hope that you're blessed, and we hope that we'll see you tomorrow.
God bless.